this is a biggie, the boys under 15.8, and like you saw the girls under 15.8, that was a race and a half, and we have the start list here. Lane number 1, St Kentigern College out of Auckland, Westlake Boys High School, Sacred Heart College of Auckland, Hamilton Boys High School, Nelson College, King's College of Auckland, St Paul's Collegiate in Hamilton, and Auckland Grammar. And a great lineup, and I even think we might have be able to listen to one of the coxswains in this race as well. They'll be racing for the Walmsley Cup. And can Hamilton Boys High do a three-peat? They've won it for the last 2 years in a row. Let's see how they go here, Nathan. It's the big boat racing.
Yeah, well, this is always enjoyable. The big eights. I know this is what all these kids are in for. This is why they're here. It's a great shot across the lake there of all the eights lined up. I'm sure they'll be feeling the nerves there. There's a few different setups across the lake and how the boys are setting themselves up for the start. But I'm sure once they're going, yeah, a bit of posture there. But as I said in the last race, posture's part of it. But as long as you're getting the oar in and out with the person in front of you, you're generally going fast.
King's College there and shot right alongside them. Hamilton Boys High, St Paul's Collegiate.
No, King's College, a little bit of a tidbit for you, John. I was talking to their coach Barry Cleal, who's coached me back in the days, saying 90 of their kids here today have never been to a Maadi Cup before, so this is a new experience for a majority of the squad. But they're performing well here in an A final for the boys under 15.8.
That's good, 90. Wow. I see the most crews entered from St Andrews in the South Island. So they've got a whole bunch of them, 44. So the 44 crews entered for St Andrews. So yeah, that's good.
See the white flag there, ready for the start.
Whole heap of grunt. Get it together and go.
Yeah, there's a lot of weight in these eights, so it does take a few strokes to get them up and running, but once they're moving, they move very fast.
Hardly any break in this. Maybe just these boats nearest to us, St Paul's and Auckland Grammar, maybe, but nothing in it between all these 8 crews. And maybe Lane 6 might just be pushing it up a little. That's King's College. Beside them, the blue boat, Nelson. And Hamilton Boys High. We understand there is a mic on the coxswain of Hamilton Boys High.
Hold it.
See if he's there.
Hold it. Lifting out. This time. Yeah. That's it. Push. Right. Coxswain of St Kentigern. Coxswain of Sacred Heart. Coxswain of Kings. Neck and neck. Push away. Right. Give me 6 strokes. Late. This time. Yep. Let's go. Push. Up. Push. Come on. That's it. Here we go. Moving up now. Alright. 6 seater Sacred Heart. Don't see the Kings. This is yours, boys. High. Right. Here we go. Starting now 30 seconds. This time. Let's go. Push. Let's rip. Up. Go. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Taking it down. Up. Time. Go. Here we go. Kings is okay. 1-7 seat. Well clear all the other crews. Push away. Yeah. Let's go seat. Move it up. 10 seconds. Now. Come on, Scotty. Up. Yeah. Go. Push. Up. Yeah. Right, we've got a canvas. 1-7 seat. We've got a quarter of a length. Let's push away. Right. Here we go. Let's go 5 to settle. Yeah. Push. And up. Yeah. Let's go. Push. Right, we're coming up to the 750. 10 strokes. This time. Push. Up. Get on it. Away we go. Alright. 7-7 King's College. Push away. Yeah. Come on, boys. High. Up we go. Push. That's it. 16 now. You're moving clear. Right. Getting ready for our second 30-second piece. About to 900. Come on, 60 to Kings now. Let's move through. About 30 seconds. Alright, in 10 seconds. Hold it. Come on, 5 seat now. Alright, 10 seconds. Let's go. Ready, Scotty? Ready? Ready? Go! 30 seconds! Push! Waiting up. Help! Let's go. Power through the 1,000. Yeah. Push. On 3. Help. Yeah. On 4 seat now. Push and clear. Away we go. Half a length. Move out. Yeah.
Well, it looks like they've picked up really well there. It was interesting listening into the coxswain there. Young Caleb Shepherd, he really did make a difference with those moves that he called. You could see the 8 stepping out in front of Kings, and Kings doing their best to hang on to them, but those moves have been really effective, John.
Well, I jumped out of my chair when he was yelling at them. Let's go racing, guys. And the good thing about it, from the crew's perspective, is that they did respond. So the coxswain would have felt good about that. The crew would have felt good. They pushed ahead, maybe a metre or 2. When he asked for it, they gave it, and that's all a coxswain can ask for. They'd be delighted with that.
Yeah, that was a very concise move by them, and those moves worked really well. I'm sure Kings will be doing everything they can to hold on to them, and they need to keep pushing. Their crews behind them are definitely not letting up. We've got St. Paul's outside them on their tail, and Nelson College there as well, starting to apply a bit of pressure. That may bring the field back up to Hamilton boys, but at the moment they're looking very sharp and in control, and we're getting close to the point where they're beginning nearly to clear water there if you look down the line of the boys, John.
Yeah, you did right. They've just about got the clear from Kings, and of course once they get to this 500 metre mark, with 500 to go and they've got clear water, I think he'll push it on again. I don't think these boys are going to stop. I think they could win by a handsome margin, these guys. We've got Kings there, they're still trying. They're all the others are just, look at that great shot, they're all bunched up. But Hamilton boys are gone nuts. It's great.
That's it, that's the point, Scotty. 35. Right, legs away. Got half a length clear water. I want to make it 2. Let's go, boys. Right. Give me 6 strokes, rating up 1. This time. Now, let's go. Pressure up. Yeah. Come on, tough it out. Last 400 metres. 350. Take it home. Take it home. Right. Here we go. Stop the legs. Up. Time. Now. Go. Push. Up. Now. Right. 34 and a half. Up. Nope. Go. Push. Up. Now. Coming into the last 250. Get ready for our call. Ready. Go. Sprint. Push straight up. Yeah. 36. Up 1. Now let's go. How high can we go, Scotty? Let's go. Up 37.
This is great. I know I'm cutting in on the coxswain, but this guy has really got these blokes fired up, and he said that he was going to take them further. He is. This is great work. Brilliant.
Very well coxed. Great to have that insight to be able to see that and hear that. Something you don't normally get with the racing, and definitely adds another element and really shows why 8's is so enjoyable to watch. I've definitely got goosebumps here, John.
He's got it. It's all going. And we mentioned that we thought this Hamilton Boys High School would take it up another notch once they got clear. They did that. The crew was just so responsive. The coxswain would be loving it. Absolutely loving it, and they've got it. They've taken the Walmsley Cup, and the mums and dads will be delighted. And second place was 2 lengths back.
Still a great race from Kings. I know this is a program that Barry Clear's been trying to rebuild, and he's got some really good young guys, and I'm sure these battles between these young guys from Hamilton Boys and the rest of these crews are going to develop over the next 4 years. I look forward to seeing these guys race in the Maadi Cup in years to come.
Well, if they keep responding to their coxswain the way they did, I think it'll be great. And I think great work from young Caleb Shepherd from Hamilton Boys High. He did the business, and as you're saying, it's really great to be able to hear what's going on in the boat, because you don't, and as you say, a rower yourself, knowing what it's like, and there you don't have a coxswain when you were racing with Big George. But you were doing a bit of chat, I know. It was great. Absolutely brilliant racing. Good, well done, King's College. Excellent work to hang in there. And a good result for them. They'll be happy, I'm sure. Well, there we go. It's the start of the the boys under 15-8, sponsored by Kerr's International Rowing Skiffs, and it was just brilliant the way these three crews took off at the start. And Hamilton Boys High decided to stay with Kings. Kings were the early movers. They moved out pretty quickly. Hamilton Boys High stuck with them. It was a good plan. Hamilton Boys High then put the hammer down and they were out of there. Won very, very easily in the end. It was a great race.
Yeah, dominant performance by them in the end. They just set a superior rhythm. They had really good length, and you know, it's a sign of the program they have in Hamilton Boys. They're strong across all the grades and all the boats.
Dead right. So they'll be looking forward to the getting the gold medal hung around their neck.
Well, you know, I can recall myself winning a title as an under 15-year-old, and that's what really got my blood going in rowing, and that was the thing that set me on the path to want to make rowing my sport.
What a ton.
You couldn't ask for better weather here today. This is brilliant racing, particularly for these young crews, these novice crews, and long may it last. First up in this event, under 15 Boys 8, Hamilton Boys High School, followed by King's College, St Paul's Collegiate, Nelson College, Sacred Heart College from Auckland, Westlake Boys, Auckland Grammar School, and coming up the field was St Kentigern's College.